What do you genuinely not understand? How can we lose so much hair every day and still have hair stay a consistent length, especially people who have long hair? Say you lose 100 hairs a day, that seems like a lot. However, most people have around 100,000 hairs on their scalp. That's only 0.1% of the total amount of hair you have, and those hairs start to grow back again pretty quickly. How I get taller and more handsome every time my grandma sees me. How people get up in the morning feeling good and refreshed. I have woken up tired since before I can remember. I don't understand if they just mentally power through the tired, or if they feel something I can't. I really do not get how a needle in a record player bouncing back and forth can create such rich sound. Why the frick does my brain only realize I am wrong after I've already done it? The YouTube algorithm. Waking up early 4 a.m. to go to work. Whoever invented it is an asshole. There's a kid in my high school that lives so far away he has to wake up at 3 a.m. to get to school on time. How some people seem to get through life without a job, with no responsibility, no money, and they're totally fine. Meanwhile, I am busting my ass trying to make a living for myself and my family and struggling like heck. Why people when you're driving have the audacity to pull out in front of you and then drive slow as when there are literally no other cars around, like just wait for me to pass if you're going to go 5-10 miles per hour under the speed limit. Why the hiring process at most companies is so damn slow. Back in the 60s, you could walk into a business asking about a job on Friday and start work the following Monday. Now, despite having access to tons of information about a candidate on the internet, it takes 6 or more weeks in many cases. Those people who do parkour on high-ass buildings, one mistake and you're dead. This is totally due to me not looking it up, but I don't know how dry cleaning works. Why it's so damn hard to be happy 95% of the time when you have a stable job, good health, family and everything. Like, I have all of the pieces but something is constantly missing. Ugh. Side note, I am fine, it's just annoying. People who don't get nervous when public speaking. How people are capable of learning activities that require repetition to get better at, like art. I seem to never develop any muscle memory at all, and even without that issue there's still the problem of not having a structured, trivial to follow path to follow, without which I never really remember anything. Space. It makes my brain hurt trying to figure out things like stars and black holes etc. Quantum physics, but mostly how there could ever be a smallest thing, like everything is made up of something else. Zooming down, how could there be something that's not made up of smaller parts, like string theory, right? Smallest thing is supposed to be vibrating strings of energy, like what is the energy made of? I don't get it. Chemistry. I only passed because my professor curved every F to a C. People that treat everybody around them terribly then complain that nobody likes them. After waiting in a long line to check out, why is it that people don't have their money ready? They get to the register and have to search for a credit card or look for coupons. All the time in line they could have had it organized and ready to go. Polygamy. I have nothing against it and I admittedly haven't done that much reading on it. Just the idea of dealing with more than one person stresses me out mentally. Where we are, all of us, right now, like, where are we, what is this, you know? How anyone could believe flat earth theory? Well, when you look off into the distance it looks flat and they just haven't thought about it past that. Either that or they have some sort of complex where they feel the need to be different and part of the enlightened wants to feel superior. Those realistic balls that some truck drivers have, it's so unnecessary that I don't know why anyone would put that on their vehicle. Maths, all of it, makes me super anxious and then I get upset and give up. I am 40 this year and can still be stressed out by someone mentioning maths. I've played music for 20 plus years and music theory just goes over my head. I know my major minor scales, I know my chord structures, but putting it all together escapes me. I have people tell me my songs are cool or that they love how the chord pattern works backwards to the root, and I am just like, yeah, I don't know, I just wrote it. Shrug. How people can be so hateful and for no reason. Like, I am literally studying psychology and it's at the point where I genuinely can't explain why some people are just nicer and more understanding of others. Everything I've learned has only made the answer harder, more complex, and ironically enough more vague. If you told me breaking news, humanity is really split into two species and the deciding genetic factor is the ability to show empathy for people not like you, I'd believe it in a heartbeat. Fighting is fundamentally stupid. Intraspecies competition is universally harmful for every member of that species in the long run when resources aren't scarce, yet our species loves to create its own problems. Ridiculous. The popularity of the Kardashians. How someone doesn't understand that they're in everyone's way. People who just stop in their tracks with absolutely zero consideration of other people who have their own destinations and/or business. What's worse, when someone notices that someone else passes them and is all rude about it. What, are you in a hurry? What if I am? Motherfucker, you're not in charge of setting everyone else's pace. I have a very fast regular walk. Due to my impatience and long legs, I tend to get to where I am going quickly. When human cattle are just moseying along, going with the flow of people unless we're in line to something, mind you, and have zero regard for anyone else, I get antsy. I need to move along, because the glacial pace of a herd of people does not cut it with me. Worse is when people feel the need to block aisles in a store with their conversations, each having a cart, creating a huge jam while people line up behind them. Worse yet is when someone driving sees someone they know so they stop to talk to them. Duck you. This isn't chat time. Say hi, honk your horn, and keep it moving. I don't care that you're retired and have literally all day to do what you're doing. Some of us only have a couple precious days off, so we have to get our shit done in a short time span. It shouldn't affect me in any way that you want to talk to your VFW buddy. How some people just don't like to try new food. My stepdad likes maybe 6 things to eat. I have about 6 things I don't like to eat. I just don't get it. Rooting for a political party like it's a sports team. They aren't your friends. People's lack of understanding of people. Like, even when I don't like someone or their beliefs, it's not hard to understand why they believe them even if they're wrong. So many people can't see things through other people's perspectives and I just find it weird. Not saying I am special, in fact I am saying the opposite. It should be common sense. Consider subscribing if you enjoyed this video and if you want to see more of Reddit Universe.